Welcome to Anabasta's Journey. It is Monday, June 8th, 2026, and I'm going to do a general reading for the collective using the Field Tarot. I know you can see a mess over here in the background. Please forgive that. I just moved and I'm still putting stuff away, so I have stacks of books everywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling, and we're going to take a look at the energies for this week. So it'll be June 8th through the 12th. And we're just going to take a look and see what's going on out there in the wild. Again, we're using the Field Tarot. I'm still in... Oops, that wasn't a very good shuffle. That's okay. I'm still in the process of getting a good setup for my readings. So eventually I'll have my crystals and dragons back up here. I'm really excited about the premiere of House of the Dragon show on HBO. I'm a fan. Can't wait to see some Targaryen action. Also, tomorrow is my birthday. I'm a Gemini, so happy birthday to all the Geminis out there. I'm gonna have to pull this back a hair because it's making the table wobble. Okay, here we go. We're gonna take a look at the energies for today, June 8th, 2026, until June 12th. Just going to take a look and see what's going on in our lives right now. All right, here we go. First card we have out is Generosity, the Six of Discs. And this looks like your material life is very balanced right now. If you're in a relationship, there's equal give and take, which is very good. There's reciprocity. This is also making sure that everybody around you has what they need, and that there's reciprocity in your life as far as your material needs. And so this is a really good, balanced card to start out with. Our next card is the Six of Cups, and this one's been coming out so much lately, probably for the past 3 or 4 readings. And this is one card that I have a little bit of trouble with interpreting. To me, this sort of speaks to our inner child, paying attention to what we need emotionally in our lives to feel safe and secure. This may mean taking care of your children or your child. I'm doing that right now. So this has to do with taking care of your tender emotions, and I do think it is a card of balance. So far we have 2 sixes. We have the Six of Cards and the Six of Cups. So we're finding balance in our emotional life and in our material life. What a beautiful card. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck. Here you see the Queen of Swords. She's beautiful. She's holding that sword down. She's got her thigh and her legs sticking out. She just looks powerful and kind of sexy. So this card represents traditionally air signs, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Typically a female who is in her power. She's in her authority. She is extremely independent, and She makes her own choices and she likes her life that way. Freedom is very important to this person, whomever it is. I think it's an adult female. And this also means being the ruler and the decision maker in your own life. And pretty much this typifies a woman who is very much strong on her own, and she's very independent and fierce. But she's also, she's not a hard woman, but she is very, typically very smart, very attractive, as you can see here, and just very mysterious and powerful. So, great card to have. Interesting. Okay, now we're getting into relationships. So there is a relationship. This is another 6, so now I have 3 6s on the board. Here we have the Lovers, and this is the Gemini card. Very interesting. So this talks about a relationship that you are in, and this card is really interesting to me because these people are not facing each other. They have their backs to each other and they're just like holding on. So to me, this kind of signifies that you may not even be with your soulmate. You may not even be with your lover, but you're always thinking about them. You both have your hands on each other. You're intertwined. So perhaps like in your dreams and in the astral realm, you are with this person, but you may not physically be with them. Interesting. We have the Princess of Swords, and here she's sitting on the beach, it looks like, next to an ocean with a starlit sky in the back, and she's holding that sword up. And the key word for this card is curiosity. So this is probably a younger female, young adult, but it also exemplifies somebody who's deep in thought, and they are seeking clarity and doing research. This is the card of curiosity and research. So you are getting answers to your questions. You are doing the research that needs to be done. You are making sure that there is a clear plan moving forward, and you're relying on your hard-won wisdom. Here you can see it looks like she's deep in thought and she's looking at that sword. So she's making decisions kind of like, should I keep this in my life or cut this out of my life? These are the type of decisions that the Princess of Swords makes. Here we have the Ace of Swords. So this is clarity, and this is interesting because now we have 3 swords. We have 3 6s and 3 swords, and so there's a lot of air, a lot of thought, a lot of decision making in this reading, and I think it has to do with if a relationship is giving you what you need. It looks like it is. But you're also tending to your emotional needs as well, and making sure that in every area of your life there is equal give and take. And so there may be this decision that you have to make this week. Perhaps some information that comes to you that clarifies something that you need to know. This feels like a decision to me, a decision that you have to make, and some clarity that you gain this week. This is seeing things very clearly and having all the information that you need to make the best decision moving forward. Because so far we had that Queen of Swords. She's the independent queen. Then we had the Princess of Swords. She's doing a lot of thinking and introspection, making some decisions. And here you have that moment in time where you have the clarity and the information that you need to make the best decision. And that's going to happen this week. And that decision may have something to do with the relationship that you're thinking about. Like, is this contributing to what I want for my life? Is this fulfilling me? Is this giving me what I need? Is there equal give and take? Are my needs being met? My emotional and my physical needs, are they being met in this relationship? Okay, I see where this reading is going, and this is the Ten of Wands. The key word on this card is burden. So the way that I'm interpreting this is, in the past, you may have been that person that really overgave in relationships, and you gave so much of your time and your energy and your love and just everything you had that it became overwhelming for you, and you carried that relationship. You carried all these wands. You carried the responsibility. You carried everything that you need to support a relationship. You were the carrier. You were the pack mule. You were the ant that could lift 10 times its own weight. And so now you're in a place in life where you're going to make sure you are never in that position again where you overgive and the other person overtakes. That's what this person is doing, this Queen of Swords. She is saying to herself and making this decision moving forward in a relationship that I am in, it has to give equally, if not more than I give. There has to be equal give and take. So this is your reading from June 8th until June 12th. Thank you. Please give me a like and a comment, and I'll see you again soon.